Okay, it is December 11th, 2019, and we are doing a QC review for this project here, which is Buckstreet. And I'll just start with my QC sheet here. It was just one page, so it was all cut and dry. There wasn't any details. I noted some of that stuff in here. Design only provided a grading plan. There were no details or profiles, no stamp or date on the plan. That's why there's all this up here. That's just what the PDF was, date was on the PDF, 12/6/19. The file was checked in Google Earth and appears to not be tied into state planes. So if I bring it up on Google Earth, let me do that real quick while we're here. This one is right here. I don't like to do Google Earth on the... I don't like to put any state plane adjustments in my models. I'll check them in a separate file with Google Earth, but I don't like to do it in my working file. I don't want it to mess with any of the geoids or any of that kind of stuff. So anyway, so I can come over here and I can say state Tennessee 4100. And if I look at this in Google Earth, which is right here, it's coming up on my other screen. I'll have to pull over there. There we go. Now it's going. It doesn't appear to me that it's tying to anything. I just wanted to show this. This is one of the things I always check to see where it is in the world with the coordinates. And it doesn't seem to tie to any streets that are existing over here or anything like that. So just something to keep in mind with the coordinate value of this project here. So let's get out of that and then we'll finish reviewing the other. And so you know, state plane coordinates, yada yada. We weren't given any file. This file tied together. It looks fine. It's a basic design. There were no details. Thus, I built the curve. I didn't have a detail for the curve, so I just built it at a 6-inch curve, 18 inches. I used the line work to get that 18 inches from the flow line to the edge of pavement. It appeared to be 1 foot, and then 6 inches from the flow line. So I just made it a 6-inch curve that may or may not be correct. But that's kind of the standard, so that's what I held. And then 800s down from edge of pavement to flow line. Catch basin appear to be in the sidewalk. Yeah, okay, so I just left everything top back curve. I didn't do any special anything with this, but I'll show you what I'm talking about with that note. These look like those catch basins that they're in the sidewalk, or that may not be sidewalk. That may be just right away. I couldn't tell because everything was on the same layer. So working with CAD and just one sheet, I had to kind of rely on the layering, and the layering was all jumbled up, so it wasn't really very clear. Anyways, this could be some other type of catch basin. I don't know. It could be a little nook. The water is supposed to go in there. I don't know, but I left everything. I just built it, you know, top back a curb, and then these catch basins per the calls on the plan. So, so that's what you're gonna see when you get out there. Turn on my surface. Go back to the 3D. So yeah, it's all gonna be TBC. I'm not sure if these are cutouts or what they are, but I don't have any evidence otherwise saying they are or aren't. So I'm just going to leave this the way it is. And it looks good. I mean, there wasn't anything that stuck out to me. It looks like it all drains. They kind of just went up and down, up and down. That held the same elevations for all the rims on most of these storms, so it should be pretty easy until they tied into this road over here. And so that was that. It looks pretty good. Granted, I was only given one sheet, so that's all noted here. And so we're just trying to make sure we catch everything we can and we point it all out, the things we saw, so everyone's aware. And if they need to ask any questions, the designer or someone else, or have us make changes, we can do that. So this is the sheet we were given. And this is what it looks like. Just a quick review. And so you can see that they put the storm in here. There's a couple calls for some sanitary. Looks like they've shot a piece out here. I put that in there. Invert out here, so going to random places. A couple calls, couple inverts there. It's a note that all downspouts routed to catch basins for units 19 through 36. So there's that note. And again, you know, it's nothing alarming that I saw. Just it wasn't stamped, and it was just one sheet. So to do a quick review on the SCS 900. Just a reminder, I like to walk through this and show everyone what your SCS 900 is doing, if that's what you're using. So here's your main screen here. You've got the home button and the settings button. If you have the settings button over here, this is real important to remember all this is here. This is where you turn on and off everything you want to see in your measure modes and everything. This is measure mode. So this is design mode, so if you want to see cross-section slopes, design contours, you can turn that on and it'll draft them for you. It doesn't use lines that I put in there. It actually creates them within SCS 900 to the interval. So I found out the other day that 3.2 is the minimum. So I can't go like 1 foot for some reason. So this is all in here for you guys to use to make life easier on yourselves. And then the layers, they're all self-explanatory. If you don't want to see everything that's in the model and it's too jumbled up for you and you just want to do edge of pavement, you want to make sure you're only doing edge of pavement, you can turn all these off and then just have edge of pavement on. You can just check these and they'll just turn off. So very useful. I wouldn't mess with rotate. Hopefully you're not making any adjustments to the model. Let us do that, hopefully, unless it's just moving the whole thing to different coordinate system. And then there's the stakeout mode here. Stake, home button, stake, there's measure mode. But I walk through these two things every time. Top right corner, right here. That's your point list. Your lines, all your lines that are in there are going to be listed there. If it's a roadway job and it has a corridor in it, we didn't have a vertical alignment, so we didn't build a corridor. But generally, if it was a road, a highway, or subdivision or something, it would have alignments and roads in here. You can only do one surface at a time in these. So this is the surface. I'm not sure if they're changing that in the future. And so, yeah, and then, you know, you can pick in the screen. That's the most popular way, but I just want to remind people that stuff's, all these little buttons do something cool, you know, so you can kind of choose what you want in there, boundary. Anyways, everything looks pretty good. You guys have a Merry Christmas, and God bless everyone, your families, and have a safe holiday.